guys, today's makeup tutorial is on this look right here. It's very heavily inspired by the fall leaves. This look is more like a fall, like more golden, like a warmer kind of look. So it's not the bright, happy type of orange that I like to do a lot in summertime. So yeah, I really like how this look turned out, and it is actually a really easy and a natural daily fall look. So if you guys are interested in this look, then just carry on watching. First, I'm gonna be priming my face with the Becca Backlight priming filter. I'm just feeling really lazy. I don't want to do voiceover. That's why today's video is like a talk through. So I'm just gonna prime my face. This primer gives your face a really nice kind of dewy finish. Okay, after priming my face, I'll be putting on some concealer. For my under eyes, I'll be using the Milani Retouch and Erase Light Lifting Concealer. I actually like this concealer, but the only thing is I really hate the applicator on it. And then I'm just gonna blend it out with a sponge. After covering my dark circle a little, I'm going to conceal the spots on my face. I'll be using my Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer in the shade 1W Light. I'm just gonna cover any redness and spots on my face. I really do like this concealer a lot because it leaves a pretty natural finish on my face, and the consistency is actually thinner than a lot of high coverage concealer. So it looks really natural on the skin. I really like it, and it lasts really long. Base is basically done, but I do have pretty dry skin, so before I powder my face, I'm going to spray my face with some setting spray. I'll be using my CoverFX Dewy Finish setting spray. I really do like this setting spray because it is a spray that actually leaves my face dewy. Because a lot of hydrating mist, yes, it looks glowy at first, but it is only hydrating, but it doesn't leave the dewy finish. But this one actually leaves a glow on your face, so I really like it. Yeah. The only thing is that I don't really like the smell of this. It doesn't really smell that good, but the finish is really nice. And actually the scent doesn't linger, so it's okay. Usually during the fall or winter time, because my face is extra dry, I usually just set my face with a setting spray and be done with it. But since it's still pretty hot out there and the sun is really shining, I'm going to powder my face today. First, for my under eyes, I'll be using my H&M Perfectionist finishing powder in Porcelain. I'm just gonna use a little bit to set my under eyes. This powder has a pretty good blurring effect without drying out my face too much, so I do really like it, and it's really affordable. It kind of like blurs out your pores as well, so it's a really nice powder. This powder is actually not that brightening for my skin tone. It's the lightest shade that they have, as I remember, but it matches my skin tone pretty well. After this, I'm going to powder my entire face with a more sheer powder. I'm going to use the NYX No Filter powder in the shade Porcelain. This is a really sheer setting powder, but it kind of leaves your face like a really natural finish. It is not too mattifying, and yeah, it just looks really natural. It reminds me a lot of the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. Okay, and then after this, I'm going to fill in my brows, and then I'll be back. Okay, I just filled in my brows with my L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in the shade Brunette. Usually like to draw the ends of my brows with a brow pencil, and then at the front part I like to use brow powder because it looks more natural that way. I usually matches my brows a little with the eye makeup, like with the eye makeup color. Because today is more of a fall like orangey tones kind of makeup. So for the brow powder part, I usually matches the color with my eyeshadow. I'm just gonna take my MAC 266 brush. This is my favorite brush for applying brow powder. First, I'm going to use MAC eyeshadow in the shade Texture, the middle one, to fill in my brows at the front. So if you want to keep it more natural, you can keep it at this, but I want the look to be a little bit more orangey, so I'll be using the coppery orangey shade that I'm going to use on my lid, and add a little bit of this to my brows. This shade is actually shimmery, so make sure you don't use too much or else your brows will look a little weird. Just use a very little bit to give it the hint of color. Just very little bit at the front. So after I fill in my brows, I'll brush it through with a spoolie to blend a little bit, blend the colors together to make it a little more natural. After that, I will set my brows with a brow gel. I'll be using one of my favorite brow gel. This is from Kate Tokyo. Their 3D eyebrow color. I'm using the shade BR1. When picking a brow gel from them, like the tinted ones, you'll have to be careful because I remember there are 2 or 3 shades with shimmer in it. I find that so weird, so you have to be careful while picking your shade. Okay. Now that my brows are done, I'm going to contour my nose. I'm using my Palladio brow powder in the shade Taupe. And then I'll also put a little bit underneath my lips so that it makes the lips a little bit more pouty. And then we can move on to the eye makeup. First, I'll be using this mustard shade right here. This is Colourpop Paper Tiger. Yeah, Colourpop Paper Tiger as the crease shade. I'm going to use a more fluffy brush to place this shade more messy and like in a bigger area as more of a base kind of shade. Focusing it at the outer corner and bring it into the crease. After that, I'm going to use a more precise and smaller crease brush, taking the shade Texture from MAC. I'm placing it at the same area, but a little bit more precise. Place it a little bit more precise. Okay, after this, I'll be using the Nars eyeshadow duo in the shade Isolde. This is a really golden and coppery kind of duo. I'll be using the more bronzier shade. I'll be placing it at the inner part of my lid and also the outer part, leaving the center empty. So I'll be using a smaller shader brush. This is a smaller shader brush. Then I'm going to take up the bronzy shade, placing it at the outer part to add a little bit more depth to the look. Okay, I feel like the camera is a little too bright. Yeah, I think this is better. Okay. Yes, taking the bronzy shade to add a little bit color to the outer part close to your lash line. Slightly blend out upwards so the edges would not be harsh. Okay, so, and then also play this shade as at the inner part of your lid. So look down and then place it at the inner part. It will create more depth to your eyes. Like so, leaving the center empty. Okay, and then I'm going to take the major color, which is this Kate Tokyo Quad. This is a slightly newer collection. I'm going to take a golden orangey color. You can just take any color that is similar in your kit. I'm going to use my finger to place this shade at the center where we'll leave empty just now. And then to lighten the center a little bit more, I'll take a flat shader brush and taking the gold shade, the lighter shade from the Duo from Nars, I'll place it at the very center of the orangey shade. Just add a little bit for that glow and the gold effect. Yeah, just place it over the top, a very sheer layer to make sure that we don't cover the orange. Just very little bit. Okay. That's the upper lid basically done. Now we need to do the lower lash line as well. I'll be taking the shade Texture again. Using the small shader brush again. We'll blend this color over the low lash line. Don't worry to blend it a little bit more downward. It will create that smoky effect. Same on the other eye. And then taking the bronzy shade again, we're basically repeating all the same shade. And then this color, you have to place it a little bit more precise, only at the outer corner of your lower lash line. The very outer corner. And make sure you don't blend this color as downwards as the shade Texture. Okay. After this, we'll be taking the major orangey shade again from the Kate eyeshadow quad. Place it at the center of your lower lash line. It's time to brighten up the eye look a little bit with a more highlighty shade. I'll be using a shimmery beige white color here to brighten up my inner corners. I'll be using a small pencil brush to do this step. Just take any highlighter that has a warmer undertone. Place it at the inner corner. This one has a more golden, like a pale gold undertone to it. So the inner part of your lower lash line. Okay, after this is eyeliner. For eyeliner, I'll be using a more warm tone eyeliner. This is a really light, like a warmer brown color. It almost had a pinkish reddish undertone to it. This is from Loveline. I don't like their liquid eyeliner, which is their most famous eyeliner, but their pencil, like gel eyeliner, are really good. I really like them. Just to add some more definition to our eyes. If you want to keep the smoky effect, then don't wing out your eyeliner. I'm just drawing a little bit for some definition. I usually like drawing wing eyeliner because it makes my eyes look longer. But I think for this look it's better without this intense wing. And then I'm gonna finish my face makeup and then do the mascara. Okay, let's do the face makeup. For my face, I'm going to first apply a bronzer. I'll be using the Bronze Booster from Physicians Formula to add some warmth and definition to my face. A very little bit, I'm not being too precise. Okay, after this, I'm going to use a glowy bronzer on top of it to create that golden look. I'll be using a big fluffy brush. This is the e.l.f. complexion brush. Taking my Wonder Bronze from Soap & Glory. Swirl it in there just to add a little bit of that golden look. Just place it here, around here. This is a very light dust. Yeah. We don't want it to be like an intense summer bronze. We just want that slight golden look to our cheeks. So very little bit. We'll move on to blush. For blush, I'm going to use my recent obsession, which is Nars blush in the shade Madly. It is a really nice color. I use it as eyeshadow and everything. It's a really beautiful color. Like it has like an orangey, like warm undertone to it. And just a little bit of blush. Just a very little bit. Okay, I think that's about it. I'm going to use a little bit of highlighter. I'll be taking... I'm sorry that you guys can't get it anymore, but I feel like this is such a nice color for this look. So I'll be using the Dior Shimmer powder in the shade Ember Diamond. It used to be so popular. I don't know why they discontinued it because it's such a nice highlighter. The color is really pretty. So I'm gonna just mix all the shades together. Don't apply too much because I think this look will look better with more of a subtle highlighter, and this highlighter can get pretty intense. So I'm just adding a little bit on the top of cheekbones. So basically match a warmer highlighter to this look. And my nose. Okay, I'm gonna set my face again with my Dewy setting spray to melt everything to my skin. And let it dry. And then we'll move on to my lashes. Whenever I curl my eyelashes, it just takes extremely long because my lashes naturally points downwards and I have really stubborn lashes, so it takes ages to curl them. Okay, after just a little bit of curl, I'm going to put on the Kate Lash Maximizer. This eyelash base is the only eyelash base that I actually like because it helps to hold the curl better. Okay, and then after the lash primer, I'll be using the heated curler like this to curl it even more. Okay, and then I'm going to put on my mascara. I'll be using the new Kate Lash Former Long. This is the lengthening mascara that they have. I'm using the waterproof version. I used it once yesterday and I really like it. My camera just died, but I have already finished the mascara and everything, so this is how the eye makeup look. Last step is the lips. First I'm going to use more of a nude color. First for my lips, I'll be taking the Maybelline matte lipstick in the shade Clay Crush as a base color. It's a really nice warm nude color. I really like it. And the Maybelline matte lipstick is just they're so creamy and easy to apply. I'll blend out the edges a little bit more to have that softer look. Oh my gosh, my mirror is so dirty. So you can stop at that if you want more of a natural nude color. But I'll be adding a little bit more color. I'm using the 3CE, what is this? Velvet Lip Tint in the shade Going Right to add a little bit more color to the lips. Is at the center. So that's it. This is the finished look. Yeah, it's a very easy and natural look. So the point of this makeup is that to have everything more smoked out and to have like more seamlessly blended, to have that smoky and softer look. I think it reminds me a lot of the fall leaves. Fall is definitely my favorite season out of the entire year. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And also, all the products that I use and my social media and everything will be linked down below in the description box so you guys can check it out. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!